Ever looked at your paintings in the initial stages and thought, yuck, that's ugly? Well, congratulations, you're going in the right direction. Welcome to Conversations with Canvas, your go to space for painting demos, art tips, and art supply reviews. It's week 2 of the Alphabet Still Life Painting Challenge, and I'm painting this basket of bread for letter B. Today I'm going to share why I hope and pray my paintings look ugly in the initial stages. Yeah, you heard that right. I actually want my paintings to look ugly in the early phase. As you can see, I've started with a loose sketch and a cool blue undertone. Why? Because color harmony is what makes a painting sing. A cool blue underlayer will help the warm tones of the bread and the basket stand out. It's like I'm setting the stage before the main act. Now, if you want to dive deep into why toning your canvas is a game changer, please check out my video, Toning Secrets Revealed. I'll be sharing the link in the description. The first stage of any painting that I do is the color blocking or the awkward ugly phase. Now this ugly phase is painted with a very large flat brush. At this stage I'm just blocking in the colors. I'm not overthinking or adding any details. It's just about laying in the large flat shapes. It is important that at this stage I do not overthink. And though I swear it's really tempting that I blend the colors or add details at this stage, but I force myself not to do any of this. It is that phase where I am just going to be laying down the color as flat as possible. They should be looking distinct and separate, and they should not be singing together. This is the foundation stage for the final outcome. At this stage, it is completely normal to feel that it's not going in the right direction. Like I feel that the basket just needs something more, extra. It needs more color. The colors need to blend at certain places. And I feel that maybe the painting is not going to work. If you find yourself panicking at this stage, it's best to remind yourself that please don't give up. This is a temporary phase. It's going to just get better after this. I'm nearly done with the basket now, and before I get all tight and get into overdoing or adding more details over here, I'm going to shift my focus onto the background. Now for the background, I'll be creating a contrast because any painting without contrast is going to be like food without seasoning, completely boring and bland. So let's crank up the contrast in this painting. Now you can create contrast in 3 ways. And the first contrast that I'll be creating is that of temperature. Now the basket and the bread are all warm browns, oranges and yellows. So for the background, I'm going with a very cool color. Now this will make the warm tones even feel richer. Now the second contrast is that of color that is being created over here. Now blue and orange are complementary colors. That means they lie opposite on the color wheel and naturally make each other look more vibrant. The third most vital contrast or the most important contrast is that of value. This works great if there is a huge difference between the darkest dark and the lightest lights. This gives depth to the painting and will make it more visually interesting. If you have these 3 contrast techniques working in your painting, they will make your painting look definitely more dynamic and energetic. As I'm working on the painting, one of the most important decisions that I make is what's going to be my focal point. Now every painting needs a star or a showstopper. I wanted the basket to steal the show, so I gave it more details and a richer color while I kept the bread slightly less defined. Now let's work on the wrapping paper. The wrapping paper is a great accessory in the painting because it will help to break the warm tones of the basket and the bread, and it's also a great way to add another variety in texture. That is, we have already a woven basket of fluffy bread and now we have paper. So whenever you're selecting any reference for painting, always look for a variety in it. It could be having color variety, texture, values or something that holds your interest. The main colors are blocked in and it's time now to fine tune this painting. It's time to turn the ugly into interesting and beautiful. This is the stage where I refine the shapes, push the contrast a bit more, make the focal point stand out by adding in lights and darks, and definitely adding highlights and tiny details that will bring this whole painting together. At the same time, I also will be resisting myself from the urge to overwork it and stop well before I go all uptight about the whole painting. You can challenge yourself to a still life painting by just heading over to my Instagram page at Conversations with Canvas and check out the hashtag Still Life Paint Challenge. Now, if you decide to participate, do tag me so I can feature your work in my stories. Also, next week I'll be moving on to the letter C. And do you have any guesses what I'll be painting next? Do drop in your predictions in the comment section. Until next time, take care, keep creating, and I'll see you soon for more art magic on Conversations with Canvas. Bye.